You think you saw tough? Take me off the side. We blazing.
Hey you guys, ASD Classified here, and I'm finally gonna start making videos talking about what I think about the past seasons, starting with Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Season 1, of course. And I'm pretty sure this video is gonna be a little long. I hope that people, like most people, will stick all the way through. But if you don't, you know, I understand. Well, not really, but let's just get into this. Alright, Season 1. What can you say about Season 1? It is just a fun season. It's just so entertaining and weird and wacky. Like, there's just no other show like it. It's just amazing. I mean, it's like Saved by the Bell mixed with aliens and witches and wizards and sci-fi and martial arts, just all warped into one, and somehow this works. I don't understand. And like me personally, my favorite genres are, you know, magic and martial arts, and that's what drew me to the show in the first place. So it had that in spades in Mighty Morphin. I'm kung fu all day long, witches casting spells with made up languages. It's awesome. Awesome. Now, I love Season 1. I do. Okay, and it is one of my favorite seasons. However, out of the 3 Mighty Morphin seasons, Season 1 is my least favorite. It's been that way ever since I was a kid. You know, just how it is. And, like, if I had to make a top 10 list, like my top 10 favorite seasons of all time, Season 1 would be, like, around the bottom. You know? It's just because, like, Season 1 didn't have the best writing. Not to say, like, it was all bad, because it had some good stuff in it. But it didn't have the best. And later seasons, you know, they did better with their writing. So, that's just how it is. You know, that's how I feel. Not saying that Season 1 is bad, but there have been better seasons as time went on. So, yeah. Okay. So, now let's talk Season 1 characters. Alright, let's start with Billy. Because Billy is one of my favorite Blue Rangers. Like, he was the Ranger that bailed everybody out, like, time and time again. I don't know if he did that as much in Season 1, but definitely, like, Season 2 and 3 and Zeo, he was bailing everybody out all the time. But, yeah, Season 1, he was the smartest out of everybody. In fact, he was unrealistically smart. He was way too smart for his good. You know, eventually he was putting Alpha to shame. So, like, I don't even know what he was doing in high school. Like, Justin wasn't half as smart as Billy, and yet he was smart enough to get, you know, accelerated to high school. Like, Billy should have been graduated and everything. But, anyway, though, Billy, he was awesome. He started off, you know, he was super smart, but, you know, he couldn't fight at all. Without his powers, he couldn't fight. And eventually he learned all that. So, I have respect for that. Like, the other Rangers, they could basically already kick butt. So, he had to catch up. And he did a pretty good job of that. Alright, next up is Kimberly. And Kimberly is my favorite Pink Ranger. I love her. Like, she is just so entertaining. Like, she is funny. A funny little valley girl. I love her, and I tend to like girls who are just also girly, but can still kick your ass if they have to, and that was Kimberly, you know, sweet and dangerous. Alright, next is Tommy. Tommy. Alright, now you may know from watching my White Ranger theme song cover that Tommy is my favorite Ranger of all time. Alright, Tommy is awesome. You need to know this. If you don't know this, I don't know what you're doing with your life right now. But, okay, Tommy he's awesome. And I have mad love for Green Ranger Tommy, but White Ranger Tommy is my favorite out of, you know, Tommy powers. So, yeah. Still, Green Ranger is cool. However, you know, there are fans that actually don't like Tommy, and they have the criticism that Tommy doesn't really have much of a personality. And I kind of agree with that. I mean, Tommy's kind of just there. He's a nice guy. I mean, I've heard, like, oh, he's a rebel, but I've never really seen anything rebel about Tommy. But he's just a nice guy who can kick ass. That's really what I see from him. It's not much of a personality there. But the thing is that I've come to the conclusion of why Tommy is so enjoyable is that Tommy does a bunch of cool stuff. That's the thing. That's why you want to watch him. He does a bunch of cool stuff. There is no Ranger who has done more than Tommy. But let's just keep it to, you know, Season 1. I mean, the Green Ranger suit is awesome. in the Japanese footage anyway. And like he was just doing all this kick-ass stuff. I mean, when he first came on the scene, he was turned evil. The evil Green Ranger is awesome. That is some cool-ass stuff to watch. You know, and he has a cool Zord, and he's always kicking butt with martial arts moves and showing off. It looks awesome. And plus, he was dating Kimberly. He was the only Ranger that was really dating somebody. And the Pink Ranger, who everybody wanted to date. So, you know, that is some cool stuff. It is. He was doing cool stuff all the time. And you can go through the other season too. It's just, that's why people watch him. He was doing cool stuff all the time. And I'm going to stop repeating myself now. Okay. Alright, next, Jason Lee Scott, the Red Ranger. Alright. Now, I like Jason, but he was like, he was never one of my favorite Rangers. Like, never. I mean, he set the standard for all Red Rangers who were leaders. And he definitely was a good leader. When the team needed him, he was there, and he kept them, like, motivated them and stuff. He did what a leader is supposed to do, so you can say that, but he was never like a favorite character of mine, so still like him though, so don't try to kill me or anything. No Ranger could do the morphin call like him though. Morphin time! Say it with your chest! Gotta push out that ball moving, boy. Alright, now we get to Zach, the Black Ranger. The Zach man! Oh, Zach is really starting to move up to one of my favorite Rangers. Like, when I was little, like, you know, I liked him, but he was never one of my favorites, you know, similar to Jason. But now, rewatching the episodes he's in, like, this dude is entertaining as hell. Like, he's awesome. Like, if Zach, like, existed in real life, like, I would want to hang out with this guy. This is somebody I want to be my friend. Like, he is so awesome and entertaining and funny and just the life of the party. It's awesome to watch. Still, though, Zordon, why you gotta be the Black Ranger? Why you gotta be a Black Ranger? What you trying to say? Alright? Racist ass alien wizards from dimensions? Okay, now the last of the Rangers, Training Quan. Now, like Tommy, I don't really know what Trainy's personality is. Like, is. I mean, she's a nice girl. I hear she's supposed to be, like, spiritual. I guess. She's a nice girl to me. That's all I really see. But, like, I like Trainy, but she was the least focused out of all the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. So, you know, there's that. Still, though, she was funny at times. And I did like when she used to translate for Billy when he was talking in a super smart speech. That was funny. So, yeah. Yeah, I like all 6 of the original Rangers. But, yeah, Trainy, least focused. It happened. Alright, Bulk and Skull, like, they are 2 hilarious mofos, I swear. In season 1, they were bullies, and they bullied the Rangers a lot, but they always got what was coming to them. But they were hilarious. Like, it's weird, though. As a kid, I didn't find them that funny in season 1. But as an adult, and I'm rewatching all these episodes, right, like, they're making me laugh a lot. That's weird. Like, I'm enjoying it more as an adult than a kid, but whatever. Bulk and Skull. Awesome times. Alright, let's move on to the villains. Now, Rita Repulsa. Rita, the wickedest Takeda. Oh, I love Rita, alright? Classic Power Ranger villain. And like I said, the magic genre is one of my favorites, and she's a witch. So right there, I love her. However, season 1 Rita, not my favorite. I mean, I prefer Rita married to Lord Zed. Lord Zed and Rita was just hilarity all the time. I felt that way ever since I was a kid, so I would prefer to see the seasons where she was married to Zed. I didn't like Rita by herself that much, so especially, you know, with those dubbed in lines. Like, even as a kid, that looked a little off, so yeah. Okay, next, Venster. Like, I like Venster. Venster is like the nicest bad guy you would ever meet. And I did like the season 1 thing where, like, they made monsters from his machine, the Monster-O-Matic. Like, that was clever. Alright, now the last villain that I want to talk about is Goldar. Like, season 1 Goldar is awesome. Like, I watch way more of season 2 and 3 than season 1. So, sometimes I forget how badass Goldar used to be. Because, you know, in season 2 and season 3, Goldar is basically, like, an idiot and weak and stuff. And the Rangers can defeat him fairly easily, or easier than they used to be able to. Whereas in season 1, Goldar was a badass. Like, the Rangers could not really challenge him, and the Rangers were kind of scared of him. Like, he was a real threat. He was a serious villain. He held stuff on lock. Like, it almost surprised me. Like, I forgot this. Like, damn, Goldar used to be this bad. What? Okay, what else? Zordon. Love Zordon. He's one of my favorite mentors, of course. And Alpha 5, I love Alpha 5 too. I remember when I was little and my mom used to watch Power Rangers with me, she always used to talk about Alpha because he walks a little girly. I know, like, the suit actor, it was a female, right? That's what I heard. So, you know, obviously that explains why, but still, though. Alpha. Yeah, alright, Alpha. You go ahead. Like a little sugar in those circuits, but it's alright. Alright, now let me mention two more things that I love about Mighty Morphin. Now, one is the teleportation. I love the teleportation. As a kid, still now, it just looked awesome to me. Like, just teleporting all around, it's awesome. However, and this is why I'm a fan of them getting rid of it in later seasons, is because teleporting ruins a lot of the danger that they face. Because there's so many times that they're in trouble, and they could just teleport out of it. Especially with Tommy, because Tommy, you know, he sometimes got tied up to trees by putties, and Zordon knows about this and just watching him and doesn't teleport him back to the command center. So yeah, teleporting look cool, but I am glad they kind of got rid of it in the newer seasons. Yeah, the second thing that I like about Mighty Morphin is all that martial arts. And I mean real martial arts, like from the actual actors. They getting out there doing them flips and kicks, and it looked great. Like, putty fights is what I lived for as a kid. Admittedly, mostly from season 2, but season 1 as well. They all had putties, damn it. And putty fights were awesome. Now, some of these original fights, I will admit, they have aged, child. They have. But some of them are still good. So, it's just nostalgia, boy. Nostalgia is going to blow my head.